Why, hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Snowstrom, and today I bring you guys another Redstone Axolotl powered build. Alright, now this one's pretty cool if you ask me, if you like flying machines or whatnot. But before this video begins, I'm going to ask you to hit that subscribe button, just so you don't miss out on any more cool tutorials or live streams whatnot. Then you'll be able to chat in my live streams as well. And while you're down there, leave a like on it, because I can guarantee you want to come back to this video later. Now, without further ado, let's start the tutorial. Alright, so welcome to my beautiful makeshift home, but just for this tutorial. And as you see here, I have an armor stand, right? It looks kind of normal, like maybe a little hallway or something. But then you go to a far corner and pull out your key. And the door is revealed. Now, if you go on the other side and go to the other side and pull out your key, the door will go back up. Now, how is this even possible, you ask? Alright? How? Like, there's no possible way. Well, guess what? I found a way. And here it is. I give you the Axolotl-powered contraption. Flying machine door. Alright? So here's the flying machine itself, and here are the Axolotls. Now, the Axolotls are probably the most important part of this. So if you guys have seen like these little containers I use in most of my redstone builds, then you guys are probably most familiar with it. So this axolotl tank has redstone leading from this pressure plate and this pressure plate that leads to the door opening or closing, sending it up. And then this axolotl sends redstone that sends it back down. I'll show you. So it's up. It's currently up right now, because if you go back in front, it's just like that. So if you pull it down from the inside, let's say. Whoops, looks like that axolotl got in the way too. So you pull it down, right? And that's that. Now, it's pretty cool. Now, if you guys want to close it up again, all you gotta do is come over here and, you know, get the axolotl's attention. It's going to be crawling through the soul sand. Probably wait a bit to get it back. You know, crawl through the soul sand, and then eventually come back and close it up. Now, without further ado, let's show you guys how to build this thing. Now, for the first part of this tutorial, you're going to want to have a 3x3 area or doorway, just like such. You should make an L shape or an upside down L, depending on where you're building. And then go through it or around it, and then go to this bottommost point right here. This is where our first flying machine will be. So place 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks, 6 blocks. Alright, and you should have something looking a little bit like this. Then place another one, and place obsidian right there. And then we got from the obsidian, place 2 more. And that will be your stopping point for your flying machine from going downwards towards the ground. Just like this one will stop it from going up. Now for the next part of this tutorial, you're going to want to go up to this obsidian corner right here and place an observer, and then place another observer going facing towards the sky. And then right below that, you're going to want to place a sticky piston, and then right below that, you're going to want to place 3, not 2, but 3 honeycomb blocks, or honey blocks, not honeycomb. And then on the exact opposite end, you're going to want to place another observer and place 3 slime blocks, just like such. So the slime block should be facing upwards, and the sticky honey should be going down, alright? Now, what you want to do here is basically place your blocks, just like such. Your wall for your door. It's going to be like 1 block gap, but we're going to fix that later. So if it works, you're going to want to place, like, let's say a flint and steel, you know, it'll contract. And then you're going to want to place, first of all, you're going to want to place 1 more layer right there. Make it a little upside down L. You can break these though. So like that. And then if you send it back up again, which is temporary blocks, but you send it back up, and you should get something like this. So the door is technically able to close and shut. So that is a good sign. Now, if it doesn't work just like this, then you're going to have to rewatch we watch until you do get it. But anyway, let's move on to the next part. Now, for this part, you're going to do exactly the same thing, but mirrored on the other side. So you're just going to do the same thing, but on the other side. Definitely not a reference to the other side disc. Anyway, and you should get something looking like this at your wall right here, and then send them both down using, I recommend, a flint and steel. And they should both contract just like such. If you send them back up, they should both block the wall. So if you're doing this, then good job. You're about halfway through the tutorial. And if you're not, well, you're going to have to rewatch the video. But anyway, let's move on. Alright, so for this next part of the tutorial, you're going to want to have like these two pistons, just like such. You're going to build this little area for a lever. So if your wall is in the middle, just like such, then, or up here, it's blocking. So it's like acting like a door. You can add those in. Should get something looking just like that. Alright. And then if you go around and press these, the pistons will push out and contract towards the ground, and leaving you a little area to walk through. Now, if you've done that, then you know if you've done it correctly. Now, for the bottom part, to send it back up, you're going to want to do the exact same thing, except with redstone lamps. So, if you activate these redstone lamps, the observers will detect the change and send it back up. Now, it's very important that you activate these both at the same time, so both flying machines at the same time, or else this middle part will like get stuck. Alright, so for the next part of this build, we're going to want to build the Axolotl tanks themselves. Alright, now what you want to do is go from this little redstone dust right here, 1, 2, and then up 1, 3. Alright, so this will be your edge. Alright, so just like such, you'll have an edge just right there. And you can build it as big as you want. The tank itself doesn't really matter, as long as you have a big enough tank, if that makes any sense. So you can have it long. They don't have to be matching on both sides, because you can see, like, one is longer that way and the other one's longer this way. So, yeah, it's not really a big problem. You'll just have to adjust your redstone in order to fit the axolotl door. So you just want to make a tank just like such, and you can leave the top open for now. Next thing we want to do is take your signs and place them just like such, and place water right down in the middle with soul sand, I believe soul sand, not soul soil, because soul soil you can run on normally, but soul sand, it's a little harder. What we'll do is that, and next you're going to want to have the pressure plate. We're using stone because, well, just one I'd rather use, but both sides, and place your axolotl, and don't forget to name your axolotl, because your axolotl will despawn if you don't name it, which is not what you want, because then you'll have to go back and get another one if you're on survival or whatnot. So, I wonder what we should name it. How about, there we go, put a little happy face at the end. You guys should subscribe, because this guy is, his name is subscribed, alright? Now, you can cover it up now. And to see if it works, you can have like a little test redstone right here, alright? And then you can get your key, or tropical fish in a bucket. Bucket of tropical fish. And it'll come swimming towards you. And if it works, then you mean that redstone should light up like fireworks. Maybe not exactly like fireworks, but you guys understand my meaning. Alright, so for this next part, you're going to want to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Just a little bit difference in length. Or you can have the same length. It's okay, but... Anyway, so you want... One important factor here is that you want to have where the pressure plates, the block underneath them, a solid block instead of glass. Because redstone can't be transmitted through glass, apparently. So if you build just like such, you should be able to get a redstone signal. There we go. And you saw it. You saw that it lit up right there. Then you're gonna want to connect it to this, and boom, you should have it lighting up. See those two lamps? Boom, lit up. And if you call the axolotl over there, or in this case the tropical fish or the key, so call him over here. There we go. See, he lights it up, which then you know it sends the flying machine back up. Now on the other side, you're gonna want to do not again. I did the reference once again unintentionally, guys. All right. On the opposite side, you're going to do the same thing except simpler. You don't have to go up or anything. You just got to wrap it around and just connect it here. So just like that. Pretty simple, huh? And you guys can add a repeater as well. Because, you know, repeaters, they strengthen the redstone energy, or they renew the redstone energy being transferred. Alright. Now, we're going to move on to the next side, the next part. Alright, so for this next part, you're going to want it going to the top. So right here. So you don't want to necessarily get rid of these pistons. You should get rid of that lever. So once again, you got to have the solid underneath. And you just got to place redstone just like such. And start making it climb upwards. Alright? Pretty simple. So just staircase up. And then you can curve if you want to. You might have to add a repeater there, so make sure you have enough space to add a repeater. Now, then you just want to connect this side to the redstone. Alright, pretty simple. You're going to want to add a repeater there. Trust me, you're going to. Maybe add another repeater there. And you should have those connected. Now, what you want to do here is if you test it yourself, you'll send it back down. You should get something just like that. No, you stay back in your tank. Anyway, if you go back over here and you call it. Come on. Come on, subscribe button. You can do it. Oh, he's crawling. It's taking him a while. And it'll send him right back up. Now, for the next part, you're going to want to connect these two now. Same way we did last one, except with it wrapping around and hitting this redstone signal instead of the other one. You can add a repeater just like there. Doesn't matter how many ticks. I recommend just one tick or none. And you should have something like that. And that is basically it. So this tank is to open it, or no, to close it. No, to open it. Yes, to open it. Gets confusing sometimes. So the axolotl will crawl over here. Alright. Then again, you can make your house however you feel like it. And then it'll open it. And then you can close it with this axolotl, which will try to swim over. It will swim right over there. Alright, so you can make it as long as you want. And it'll crawl into that platform. And it'll close it just right up. Now, if you want to open it again, you can call on this axolotl, and it'll open it again from this side, and from the other side, you can close it just like that. Now, if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, please do make sure to hit the subscribe button. We are so close to 200. And leave a like down there, because I guarantee you guys will need to come back and watch this video later. And while you're at it, share with your friends, you know. The more people who know about this, I guess, the better. Or the more people who will be always carrying around tropical fish. Because, you know, it might be a secret. But anyway, with that, we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.